Prepping work to go home over a long period of time as a teacher can be quite a task. I think we all know that. Hi, I'm Jennifer with Simply Kinder, and today I'm going to share with you all about our send home sub-plans. These plans are made for you to prep and prepare to be able to give a student everything they need to learn at home. And so let me go ahead and show you how it works, and then it'll all make a little bit more sense. So first page is your actual lesson plan page. The lesson plan is a full week divided into literacy and math by day. And then within each day, you have different bullets of things that you need the student to do or that you want the student to do. Now, this file is editable. So if you don't like the activities that I selected for you, you can delete every single box out and you can customize it to say whatever you want. Like if you want them to practice a certain platform for 30 minutes, you can put that in there. If you want to change the printable, you can do that as well. We have these preset with 2 full weeks of activities. So if you want to use our activities, you can literally print, copy, and send home for 2 full weeks worth of activities. So let me break this down for you so you can see exactly how it works in each section. Oh, I forgot. You also are going to, so you have this lesson plan, and then on the back of the lesson plan, you're going to put this letter. And that letter says, looks like you're going to be learning at home. How exciting. Here's a few tips, and then here's how to work with your student. And each of these activities is broken down on how to do it on this letter. So I'm gonna walk you through that so that you know how it works. But you're gonna wanna customize this letter to match exactly what the activities you choose end up being. Basically, all they need is a phone or a computer with internet, and then most everything else they should have at home. And so let's go ahead and get started. So day 1, literacy. So each week there's one item in each column that will go for the whole week, and that is a send home center. And so it says play all week, Rainbow CVC, or play all week, Ladybug Edition. Those are our send home centers. And so each week we're going to give you a separate send home center. So if you don't have these yet already from Simply Kinder, these are a great resource for you. It's basically 1 or 2 to 3 pages. These ones are both 2. Most of them are 2 pages. The families color, cut, and store them at home, and you send home 1 a week. So if you have our send home centers already, these are a great resource. Tell your families to go ahead and just play their send home centers for the week. And so as part of our send home subplans, we're giving you 2 brand new send home centers. So that way they have a literacy and a math game to play at home. They store it in a Ziploc bag so they can play it again and again. And so every day we're gonna ask them to play their send home center at home. Then coming back up to the top for each individual box. So each individual box in the literacy section has a read to. Now, you can edit this, so it can be whatever book that you want. Now, in the world of today, we have this great thing called the internet. And although I might be reading a certain book in my classroom and my families may not have that book at home, they can definitely go home and look up that book on the internet. And so in the parent letter directions, we give them directions on how to search those book titles. So you can literally kind of stay on theme, or you can revisit books that you had before, and just do things that align with what you're working on now. So the first one is a book. The second one is sight word practice. And so every single day has sight word practice. The packet is going to come with some flashcards. And you, again, are going to be able to pick what sight words go on those flashcards so they will match what you're working on. And then each day of the week is a different activity to do with those flashcards. Some of them might be rainbow writing. Some of them might be writing sentences, sensory play. And again, we explain to them how to do those activities all on this parent letter printed on the back. The next one is watch, and this is a video. I like to use short videos in my classroom all the time, and so I put a video section, and I said the title of the video that I want my families to look up on YouTube for them to watch briefly at home. The videos that I selected range in time from 2 to 3 minutes all the way up to 30 minutes, because there's some videos that I like that have a really good episode that will be great reinforcement for the kids at home. And again, we show them how to search for those videos on the parent letter. Practice. This is, let me pull this over. So this is a kind of a mixture of things. So our practice section, we have two different kinds of activities. The first activity is based on these word cards. So the students are going to get word cards, and then on one day, they're going to write the word. On another day, they're going to write half the sentences. On the next day, they're going to write the other half of the sentences. Now, this is basically a write the room, friends. You can, and the letter explains to them that they can hide the pictures around the room to kind of make it a little bit more fun and engaging. And so you get the picture cards and the tracking pages. Now, if you are limited on copies and you can't use the tracking pages, it also says in the letter that you can just number a piece of paper from 1 to 12 and have the students write it. So you have that option there. Also in that section of literacy practice is some printables, and then we also have a decodable passage. The decodable passage is based off of CVC words for this particular week. Week 2 is preset for long vowel words with the magic E, and then it has 2 comprehension questions. The tips letter also says to revisit things like this again and again so that the students can get fluid in their reading practice. And so back to our lesson plan, our sub plan, and then the last one says journal, and that gives them a different writing prompt. On the letter, I explain to my families how I do writing in my class. I guarantee how you do writing in your class is going to be totally different. So you're going to want to customize that section so that they know what you do during a writing lesson. The important thing here, I feel like, is to explain to our families, our early childhood families, that when you write a story, and you are 5 and 6, you may not spell the word hippopotamus, H-I-P-P-O, whatever. You're gonna spell the sounds you hear. And a lot of times our families will default into, well, it's this letter, but it doesn't make that sound. We just want them to spell phonetically, so the letter shows them how to do that. Jumping over to the math section. The math section starts with watch, and that's again a quick video that they can watch in order to get some review. Those fun counting movements, addition, those types of things. I'm just telling them what they are. Count aloud and write your numbers. Count aloud to 100 and write your numbers as high as you can. I just thought that would be something that you could do every day at home on a blank piece of paper. Count as high as you can, write your numbers. The letter explains the next day, try and write a few more numbers and try and get higher and higher and higher every single time. The next one is an activity, and this is an activity you can do at home, like roll 2 dice, add the numbers, measure things, how to play card games, things like that. And then a printable. It's kind of hard to do math without having a printable. And so we did load you up with our preloaded weeks to have a different printable for every day of the week. And so that is how our send home subplans work. They're fully editable. We have 2 complete weeks provided for you, so that way you can just print, copy, and send home with your students. And then we also, at the very end of the set, you have a set of templates, and you can use those blank templates to create your own activities to do. So if you're teaching 1st grade or if you're teaching preschool and you like the format of this and you like the videos and you like the at-home activities, but you don't necessarily want your students doing a decoding activity, you can go to those blank ones and you can just key in whatever it is you want it to say on those and print, pull the copies that you need, and staple them in the copy machine and send them home. And so you have all the blank templates. The only exception to the blank template is going to be this page. Because of copyright, we cannot make it to where you can insert photos on it. This is plain and simple like you guys, this is literally a text box that has white with the numbers in the corner, and I just found clip art. So find yourself some words that work for you, or if you're working with lower students, you may not even want to do this, or you might want to alter it for some students and say, have them write the initial sound of these pictures, or have them write the ending sound of these pictures. So you can really, because it's editable, you can alter it to be whatever you need. And then on this one, you can just open up a Word document, put 12 boxes, number them 1 to 12, insert your pictures. PowerPoint is also extremely easy to use for that too. So that is how our send home sub-plans work. A few extra notes. These also work well with our send home centers. You can, the only base to this really truly is this, and then we front loaded it for you just to make your lives easier as teachers, because we know that it's a lot of work to do this. It took us a lot of time to prep this. But you really truly can put whatever activities you want on top of this and key in whatever you need into these specific boxes. And so we are hopeful that it is an amazing resource for you. You can attach different send home centers. You can attach different printables. You can attach, I was thinking maybe some homework packets would be good, because those often have a lot of cyclical review type stuff. Morning work is a great option here. Another idea would be our interactive notebooks, and having those so that way they have something to cut and to glue down and that kind of thing. And so again, you can stick it all behind the template here and send it home and be good to go. So that brings me to the end. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, and we will do our best to stay on top of answering your questions as quickly as we can. Have a great day, everyone, and everybody please stay well. Bye.